The Clocktower Curse. Nestled in the heart of the countryside, the small town of Ravens Hollow was home to a tight-knit community that revelled in the tranquility of rural life. Its cobblestone streets and colonial-style buildings created a picturesque setting belying the ominous secret that lingered in the shadows, a cursed clock tower that cast a spectral shadow over the town. The clock tower, a grand structure with ornate carvings and a towering spire, had long been a symbol of the town's history. However, as the years passed, a sinister legend took root in the collective consciousness of the townspeople. The legend spoke of an ominous bell that tolled each night at the stroke of midnight, marking the impending doom of one of Ravens Hollow's residents. The bell, known as the midnight toll, echoed through the quiet streets with a haunting resonance. It was said that those who heard the bell knew that their fate was sealed, that their final moments were drawing near. Whispers of the curse spread through the town, fueling a sense of unease that permeated the once tranquil community. Lucas Harper, a newcomer to Ravens Hollow, had heard the unsettling rumors, but dismissed them as the product of overactive imaginations. A journalist by trade, he had been drawn to the town by the allure of a quiet life and the hope of uncovering a compelling story within its historic streets. As the weeks passed, Lucas became ingrained in the daily life of Ravens Hollow. He explored the town's rich history, interviewed locals, and documented the quaint traditions that gave the community its charm. Yet, beneath the veneer of simplicity, the spectre of the cursed clock tower loomed. One evening, as Lucas strolled through the town square, he noticed a group of residents gathered in hushed conversation. Their eyes darted toward the imposing clock tower, its silhouette outlined against the dimming sky. Curiosity gnawed at Lucas, prompting him to approach the group and inquire about their apprehension. An elderly woman, her eyes haunted by the weight of years, turned to Lucas with a somber expression. "You're new here, son," she said, her voice a low murmur. "You might want to heed the warnings about the midnight toll. It's a cursed bell, and every night it marks the end for someone in Ravens Hollow." Lucas, though skeptical, couldn't shake the gravity of the woman's words. The townspeople exchanged wary glances, their unease palpable as the first chimes of the clock tower echoed through the square. The midnight toll, a haunting melody that seemed to transcend the physical boundaries of the town, cast a solemn spell over Ravens Hollow. As the last echoes of the bell faded into the night, Lucas observed the subtle shifts in the demeanor of the townspeople. A heavy silence settled over the square, broken only by the hushed whispers of the residents. The ominous legend had woven itself into the fabric of their lives, a persistent reminder of the spectral presence that lingered in their midst. Driven by a journalist's instinct and a growing sense of unease, Lucas delved into the town's archives, seeking to uncover the origins of the cursed clock tower. Historical records spoke of a tragedy that had befallen Ravens Hollow centuries ago, a mysterious fire that claimed the lives of several townspeople. The fire, it was said, had erupted in the very heart of the town square, consuming everything in its path. The clock tower, then a beacon of hope and unity, had been spared from the flames. However, in the aftermath of the tragedy, a dark force seemed to have taken residence within the tower, a malevolent energy that manifested in the form of the midnight toll. Lucas, intrigued by the ancient tale, sought out the wisdom of the town's elder residents. They spoke of a curse that had been invoked by the tragic events of that fateful night, a curse that bound the town to a perpetual cycle of doom and despair. The midnight toll, a spectral harbinger, had become an inescapable part of Ravens Hollow's history. Determined to unravel the mysteries of the cursed clock tower, Lucas visited the clockmaker's workshop. The current clockmaker, an elderly man named Elias, had inherited the responsibility of maintaining the ancient timepiece. Elias, though reticent, spoke of the unnerving task that had been passed down through generations. "The midnight toll is not just a bell, it's a sentinel of death," Elias explained, his hands trembling as he adjusted the gears of the clock. "No one knows who will be chosen each night. It could be anyone in Ravens Hollow. We've learned to live with the shadow of the curse, but we can't escape its reach." Lucas, now captivated by the supernatural undercurrents that ran through the town, decided to spend a night in the clock tower. He believed that immersing himself in the epicenter of the curse might unlock the secrets hidden within its walls. As midnight approached, he ascended the narrow staircase that wound its way to the top of the tower. The clock tower, though imposing from the outside, revealed a different aura within its confines. The air was thick with the scent of aged wood and the metallic tang of the clock's inner workings. Lucas set up his camera equipment, determined to capture any supernatural phenomena that might manifest during the midnight toll. As the clock struck midnight, Lucas felt a subtle vibration in the air. The atmosphere seemed to shift, and an otherworldly energy enveloped the tower. The first chime of the midnight toll echoed through the space, resonating with a mournful intensity that sent shivers down Lucas's spine. As the bell continued to toll, Lucas observed the shadows that danced on the walls of the clock tower. They swirled and coalesced, taking on ephemeral forms that seemed to embody the souls of the town's departed. The air itself hummed with an unsettling melody, as if the spirits of Raven's Hollow were lamenting their tragic fate. In the midst of the spectral display, Lucas noticed a figure materializing in the corner of the tower. The apparition, a faint silhouette, seemed to be reaching out toward the bell. The midnight toll intensified, its mournful resonance merging with the ghostly figure's silent plea. Driven by a mix of fear and fascination, Lucas approached the apparition. The figure, though insubstantial, exuded a palpable sorrow that resonated with the tragic history of Raven's Hollow. It spoke in whispers that seemed to echo from the depths of the afterlife. "Release us from the chains of the curse," the ghostly figure implored, its voice a haunting murmur. "The midnight toll is a manifestation of our restless spirits, bound by the malevolent force that lingers in this town. Only by unraveling the threads of the curse can you free us from our eternal torment." The revelation sent a chill through Lucas. The cursed clock tower, once a mere harbinger of doom, now held the key to breaking the spectral cycle that ensnared Raven's Hollow. The ghostly figure pointed toward a hidden compartment in the tower, its ethereal hand guiding Lucas to a dusty collection of ancient manuscripts. As Lucas sifted through the forgotten tomes, he uncovered the incantations and rituals that had been used to invoke the curse centuries ago. The curse, it seemed, was fueled by a malevolent force that had been trapped within the clock tower, its origins intertwined with the tragedy that had befallen the town. Guided by the ethereal figure, Lucas pieced together the incantations that would sever the connection between the malevolent force and the midnight toll. With a sense of trepidation, he recited the words, each syllable echoing through the confines of the clock tower. The air crackled with energy as the curse began to unravel. As the final incantation left Lucas's lips, a profound stillness settled over the tower. The midnight toll, once a harbinger of doom, fell silent. The ghostly figure, its form dissolving into the ether, conveyed a sense of gratitude before vanishing into the afterlife. Lucas, now alone in the clock tower, felt a weight lifted from his shoulders. The malevolent force that had haunted Raven's Hollow for centuries had been expelled, and the curse that bound the town had been broken. The air, once charged with an otherworldly energy, now felt pure and unburdened. As dawn painted the sky with hues of gold and pink, Lucas descended from the clock tower. The town, once shrouded in the darkness of the curse, emerged into the light of a new day. The cobblestone streets, once haunted by the midnight toll, now echoed with the sounds of life returning to Raven's Hollow. Word of Lucas's feat spread through the town, and the residents, though initially skeptical, embraced the newfound freedom from the curse. The clock tower, now a symbol of resilience and triumph, stood as a testament to the strength of Raven's Hollow's spirit. As the years passed, Lucas became an integral part of the town's history. His investigative journey had not only unraveled the mysteries of the cursed clock tower, but had also liberated the souls that had long been trapped in the shadows. The midnight toll, once a source of dread, had become a distant memory, replaced by the vibrant heartbeat of a community reborn. Raven's Hollow, no longer haunted by the spectre of impending doom, thrived with renewed vigor. The townspeople, once resigned to their fate, now celebrated the resilience that had allowed them to break free from the chains of the curse. The cobblestone streets, though worn with the passage of time, bore witness to the collective triumph over the malevolent force that had sought to bind Raven's Hollow in eternal despair. As Lucas, now an integral part of the town's folklore, walked through the streets of Ravens Hollow, he couldn't help but marvel at the transformative power of resilience and unity. The Cursed Clocktower, once a harbinger of doom, had become a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the strength of the human spirit could prevail. The midnight toll, silenced by the incantations that severed its connection to the malevolent force, became a mere echo in the annals of Ravens Hollow's history. The town, free from the haunting spectre of the curse, embraced a future untethered by the shadows of the past, and as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows that whispered tales of redemption, Ravens Hollow stood as a testament to the enduring power of breaking free from the chains that bind the soul. A town,